gamers! Hi everyone, welcome in. I really hope that it's a bit breezy out, but I've opened the window because it gets quite stuffy in here if I don't. And there's a wonderful breeze. But hopefully the breeze doesn't impact the mic too much, because I wouldn't want to bother you with it. If it is annoying, let me know. But and as soon as I say that, oh my god, Mother Nature is mad at me. It is so windy all of a sudden, oh my god. But literally as soon as I closed the window, it was like, boom, just so stuffy. I closed the window before I started because somebody decided to run their lawnmower on their grass, which is quite close to my window, which is very, very uncool of them, but here we are. They don't know, I guess. Clearly, they're not watching my live stream, which is deeply unsexy of them. Anyways, I just wanted to shout out the fact that, I ordered some Moomin biscuits, and they arrived today, and I'm so excited. Look how stinking cute that is. There's chocolate biscuits and there's regular biscuits. I've had the regular biscuits before. They're delicious. I've never had the chocolate biscuits. I'm very excited to try both of them. I will not be doing that on stream today because I am not hungry right now. But I am thirsty to do artworks, I suppose. Anyways, hi. How's everybody else doing? Turnip is lurking. Thank you very much for the lurk, Turnip. Much appreciated. Hello, Silly. Welcome on in. How's it doing? It's lovely to see you. Hello, Indigo as well. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Hannah. It's lovely to see you. Welcome on in. How are you doing? Hope you're having a lovely Thursday. Jay is here and says, why is it so hot? I don't know. I don't know. I swear that, I moved to this country under the understanding that it didn't get, intolerably hot, but here we are. I don't like it. I do not like it at all. It is deeply unpleasant, and I'm so sorry. To that end, please, if you haven't had anything to drink recently, please make sure you get something to drink. Make sure you're hydrated, especially if it's hot where you are. It was, utterly insufferable yesterday. And all day I had been looking forward to finishing my tasks for the day, leaving my office, and going to get an iced beverage from the nicest coffee shop that's open after 4 p.m. in my neighborhood. And I get there and I'm like, can I have an iced latte? And he's like, oh, we ran out of ice. And I'm like, I'm shocked and stunned because I was like 60% expecting that would be the case. And of course it was. Because apparently they had a run on cold drinks earlier, unsurprisingly, because it was, as aforementioned, hot as balls. But I was like, okay, in that case, could you just pull a shot of espresso and then put it in a glass of milk? And he was kind of like, and I was like, okay, it's fine. And I just got, one of the, sparkling water cans from the fridge. It was fine. It was orange flavored, but it had artificial sweetener in it, so it was really sweet. I'm like, ugh, I would much prefer, honestly, if it was just sparkling water that tasted of bitter orange. That would be fine. They need to make adult sodas that are just sour instead of putting, sucralose in them. I would honestly prefer that so much. Anyways, yes, I know I can make my own by just adding, sort of a spritz of lemon juice to some sparkling water, but that involves forethought and having access to citrus and using lemon slices enough that, they're not going to go moldy in your fridge because you forgot that they were there and they were at the back of the crisper. That's a lot to ask, okay? Listen. Anyways. Kobe, hi. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you as well. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Made of 100% pure Moomin. Oh no, does that mean they're not vegetarian friendly? Uh-oh. I didn't check on that. Oh, beans. Oh, speaking of plant-based things, I discovered recently, just ahead of the hot weather, that Magnum make mini vegan ice creams. And they're so good. They're dairy-free, so they don't make my lactose intolerance go angry. And ice cream is one of the things that I think works so well as a non-dairy treat. And they are delicious. And this is terrible, terrible knowledge. Because they're very expensive. What would a moomin taste of? Asks Cope. You know what? I'm pretty sure I saw a diagram once, and the conclusion, I think, is basically, like, halloumi. I think they're basically made of halloumi. So, kind of squishy and salty and squeaky. This is horrifying thoughts for the day. Hooray. We love to see it. I have to finish painting this painting, and I'm really nervous about it. Because so far it looks pretty cute, and I don't want to wreck it, and I'm genuinely scared that I'm going to wreck it, as always. Also, I left my paint water in the other room, because of course I did. I filled my paint water, and then I left it in the other room, so I'm going to be back in literally just a second. Oh my god, why do I do this every time? And again. Heck. Okay. Anyways, I do hope that the ambient wind isn't too much of a bother. But hello again. Hi, everybody. Okay, so, in the interest of balance, I wanted to give this, like, a nice sort of, like, really dark blue. Oh my god, these are so dusty. They don't get used very often. A nice dark blue, sort of night sky sort of background. I guess it's a moonbow, which I love. Just conceptually, I think that's very fun. I hope it's fun. This rainbow is such a janky shape. I don't know how that happened, but here we are. Anyways, it's fine. But I want to do like a nice night sky. So I was gonna take this Prussian blue and then add a little bit of black to it, because I find a lot of the dark colors of these inks aren't actually that dark, especially if you're using them over a reasonably large surface. So I thought I would add a little bit of black to it just so it's like a really nice night sky dark color. I might try adding in some, I don't know, do I want to put stars in the night sky? Do I want to put some stars in the night sky? Because, like, I could try that. I'm just wondering, would I want to then paint them in? And with what if I did? I don't know. Anyways, we're going to tackle the grass first, I think, because the grass, I think, will be easier to figure out and do. And for that, I'm going to do, like, a combination of the fluorescent green and some of this dark green, which isn't, it says it's dark green. It's not actually that dark. Hopefully it still works. So when we got this, all of these have the, you know, sort of like the rubbery little squeezy bits on the top of the pipette. There is a puncture in this pipette, so it has never worked properly. So I attempted to, like, cover it up with, like, gaffer tape and stuff, but it still just doesn't work properly. Maybe it needs more gaffer tape. I don't know. But, this, like, this, getting ink out of this thing sucks. But we'll try anyways. Was there anything else I was going to report today? Did I have any interesting news? Did anything interesting happen to me? I don't know. I think it's been a fairly uneventful week. I guess the most eventful thing, being the British person that I am, as you can tell by my accent, I live in the United Kingdom. Certainly my patch has been having some kind of weather. I don't know about y'all, but we've been having some kind of weather around here. And that's been an adventure. And when I say an adventure, I mean that's been a... And I don't want to, but I get really... Especially at nighttime, I find myself getting more irritable and irritated by things that wouldn't normally, like, bother me that much, just because I think my defenses are depleted because of the sort of sensory overload of, the weather is uncomfortably hot, my body is sweaty and uncomfortable, just the air is bad, my, sun, like, just generally sun exposure, especially when the weather is over. I would say, I don't know, maybe like 21, 22 degrees, just feels yucky on my skin. I don't like the way the sun feels on my skin. It feels like I'm being cooked. Feels like you've just tossed me into an air fryer with a spritz of olive oil and you're trying to make me into chips. And I don't appreciate that. I think that's really unpleasant. So when I can't be in the shade, I'm very, very sad. And also the texture of sunscreen on my skin gives me the ick. Even like the best quality sunscreens eventually will feel bad to me. And I've tried so many brands from so many different places. And if it's a chemical sunscreen as opposed to a mineral sunscreen and any of it gets in my eyes, which it will, even though I don't apply sunscreen anywhere near my eyes, my eyes will be super itchy and irritated by the end of the day. Also, I get, like, skin problems when the weather goes above a certain temperature. And it gets really itchy and irritated and uncomfortable. So, combination of all of the above equals, I have, like, very little tolerance for anything else at the end of a day with all of that going on. And I feel really, really bad about it. I don't want to be, like, I don't want to snap and be grumpy and whatever with anybody. And so that's part of the reason that I hate the hot weather so much, is that it just makes my personality worse, I think, when I've had too much of it. Anyways, hello, little birdie. Welcome in. How are you doing? It is lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. I hope that the weather is pleasant for you wherever you're at. Little birdie says, huge agree. I do not want to be crisped. No, we want you to be nice and tender and uncooked of a little birdie. Just a nice, comfortable person. That was a weird thing to say. I'm sorry. It's been a week. It's been a day. And the weather has not helped. But Indigo says, sunscreen makes me feel extra white, but it makes me feel protected. And you know what? That's good and important. Like, despite my sensory issues, I 100% advocate for the use of sunscreen because it is a very, very, very important thing to do if you are going to be exposing yourself to the sun. Little Birdie says, apologizing if I am repeating advice you hear too often, but have you tried clothing with SPF? I have clothing with SPF, actually. Yeah. The only problem is I can't physically cover my face with it. But I have a couple of, like, long-sleeved, sort of hooded zip-ups that have built-in UV protection, which I love. Because that makes me feel nice and safe in the summertime. The only thing is, they're not very fashionable, and they don't really match my aesthetic. So I use them mostly on days when I know I'm going to be, like, going on an outing to the beach with family or something like that. So I don't feel like I need to look a certain way, because I'm just gonna be out in an sort of in an outdoorsy setting, like eating sandwiches and trying not to cry. Wide brim hat, says Little Birdie. I wish I could do hats. I really wish I could do hats. They don't play well with my hair in its current state. And they don't stay on my head very well if there's any wind whatsoever. I need to get like a big straw bonnet with like a chin strap that ties. The trouble is, I'm imagining this looking like really elegant and stuff on like a, sort of a picturesque like 18th century lady. She looks amazing. And on me, it would just look like, how shall I describe it? I would just look like somebody's sad grandma. Oh no. Anyways, get a Snufkin hat and a complimentary fishing rod, says Silly. I wish I was as cool as Snufkin. That would be amazing. Okay, Silly says, whenever I mention sunscreen, they start giving me ads for hot dog bread. Okay. Sunscreen hot dog, says Indigo. Who needs ketchup? Is it because they assume that if you're looking up sunscreen, you're going to be outdoors, and if you're going to be outdoors, you're going to have, like, a barbecue? That's the only thing I can think of, is, like, is hot dog and outdoor food. Either it's like a street food, you know, I guess, or like you're grilling things outdoors. That's weird. That's very weird. Please don't put sunscreen on your hot dogs. Can you imagine how gross that would be? That would not be pleasant. Straw bonnets are great, says Little Birdie. I interned at a living history museum set in the 1830s, and the bonnets were excellent for sun protection. Why aren't these fashionable, honestly? Why can we bring these back? That would be amazing. The thing is, oftentimes when I'm out and about, I need, especially if I'm going to be on, like, public transit, I need to be able to put my headphones on, and I can't use earbuds, so I need to, like, the big old things that go over your ears, like the circles, right? It's really hard to do that with most hats. And then I find myself having to, like, I'm sitting on the bus, I take my hat off, and I either set it to one side of me, that's using up an entire seat for my hat, or I'm just awkwardly holding it. And chances are, if I'm on the bus, I've gone to the grocery store, so I've also got 2 big bags of groceries. Ugh. So it's just another unwieldy thing. I don't know what it is, but it seems like whenever I'm going out and about, dooting around, running errands, I'm always in some state of being disheveled. I mean, I'm disheveled right now, and I'm at home, so, you know, whatever. Anyways, but I see other people breeze onto the bus with, like, a bunch of big shopping bags, and they just sit down, and they're comfortable somehow. Me, I'm like, everything's falling down at once. I'm gonna lose my groceries. My purse is falling off of my shoulder. My headphones are falling off of my head. My phone's falling out of my pocket. And everything is going all bad, and I can't hold anything comfortably, and all of the muscles in my body are hurting. And it's just a bad time. I don't know why. But I'm just perma disheveled. I honestly feel like if I had a wedding to go to, like, next week, and I needed to try and, like, look nice for it, I technically have a pair of nice shoes I could wear, I guess. But apart from that, like, my hair and my ability to do, like, makeup and stuff, which I wouldn't really want to anyways, I'd probably just put on a bit of tinted lip balm and hope that that's fine. My hair is going to look like a mess, literally no matter what I do. I don't think it's physically possible for me not to look disheveled. I really don't. So that's interesting and fun. So I guess note to any of my friends, if you're thinking of getting married soon, please give me enough of a heads up that I can figure out how not to look like a just disgusting gremlin. And I mean, when I say disgusting, I don't mean that I'm not clean, obviously, because, like, I shower very regularly. But, Dish leveled up. It restores more HP and mana now. Yay! Speaking of leveling up and restoring HP, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee, which is a decaf. Wouldn't you know it, it tastes like a cup of coffee. I have no interesting tasting notes for this one. Delish. I do find, I think because most coffee roasters only do a single decaf flavor. They'll have, like, different blends and single origins of other types of coffee, but they'll do, like, one decaf. And so to that end, I feel like the decaf is often very basic, because it's going to need to appeal to potentially a lot of palates. So they don't want to do anything that's going to be too, like, experimental or interesting or has, like, intriguing flavor notes to it, because that might not appeal to certain people. Whereas something that's just like, yeah, you know, it has a bit of a notes of, like, sugar cane, milk chocolate, and almond is pretty universally appealing as a coffee combination flavor. Anyways, I'm gonna wiggle this ink. So pardon the possible noise you're about to hear. I don't know whether or not it'll get picked on. Actually, I'm gonna take a look and see whether or not it gets picked up on the mic. I'm gonna go quiet. See what happens. Oh, that makes my hand feel so weird. So, so, so weird. This one also very much needs a wiggle, so just one sec. Oh, oh, that is a weird feeling and I don't like it. Oh, my hand is like shaking. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Okay, so I want to actually blend these two together, and then I'll probably use just the dark green to do a bit of shading. Let's see how that plays out. So I'm going to try and pipette up a bit of this. 1, 2. If I use 2 drops of the fluorescent green. I have no idea if this is going to be enough, but we'll see. Oh my god. This is because there's all this gaffer tape on the top of this one as well. It's really hard to open. I will say though, if they call this dark green, it does not actually come out that dark. I mean, that looks reasonably dark compared to the fluorescent green right there, but looks can be deceiving. Now what happens if I just wiggle these all up together? Because I think the fluorescent green on its own is too... I don't want it to be the exact same green as that. But, oh, wow. At least on my monitor, it is really altering what this color looks like. Because on... I don't know what it looks like to y'all. To me, in person, it is very sort of... It's like a dark fluorescent green, basically. Which is quite cool. But on the monitor, it's showing up as like a sort of muddy, almost a like if you made sap green a little bit more olive, that's really weird. Darker than light green, says Indigo. Yes, exactly. You get it. It's darker than light green. You know what? Before I put this on my paper, I'm gonna swatch it out because I genuinely don't know how this is gonna look. I don't necessarily want... Sorry, I'm shouting from a distance now. I don't necessarily want the grass to fluoresce as much as the rainbow. So I think darkening it down like this hopefully will help. And then I will be doing some shading as well. And adding in some detail. I can definitely confirm it's green, says Indigo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that knowledge. Okay, I've watered it down a little bit just so it goes on and flows nicely. And again, I don't necessarily want this portion of it to be super, super dark green. I don't want it to be super, super light green either, because that's going to potentially look kind of weird. But I think as a base this will work, and I might go in with like a second layer of it once it dries down. And this ink dries down fairly quickly. But also I did want it to be quite wet because I don't want this to be full of like obvious brush stroke action. And instead just be a nice pretty layer. I don't know. It's Pride Month. I just want this chicken to be happy, okay? That's normal, right? Anyways. Okay. There we go. Yay. How does that read? Weirdly, okay, that's really bizarre. The color that this is reading on my like computer monitor is much closer to the actual color that it is than the paint on the palette, which is just a completely different hue. That's so bizarre. Little Birdie says, went on a quest to find a photo from my 1830s internship posted in Discord. Sweet! Sweet, sweet, sweet. I cannot wait to see it. I'm gonna pop a link to the Discord in case anyone is curious. And if anyone is not in the Discord and would like to join the Discord, you can do that at the link that I have posted in the chat. And oh, thank goodness I remembered to run my chat bot when we started, because I wasn't sure that I had a bit of an interesting start to stream, in as much as I had to run an update on my computer, which meant that I was not able to start fully on time, which means that we are a little bit later than usual starting things today. But hey, we're less than an hour into stream and I've actually put some paint down, so honestly that's pretty impressive for an art stream, right? I need to mute for just a second. One moment, please. Oh, beans. Okay, sorry about that. I'm gonna take a sip of my beverage. Ugh, yum. I had a pie of a sort for my lunch today. Thank you for the bless you, Indigo. Also, I'm so glad I remembered to unmute my mic when I was done. I had a pie for my lunch today, and it was honestly, I mean, it was fine, but it was like just fine, I would say. But it was this like spinach, feta, kale, lemon, herb situation of a pie in phyllo pastry. Which unfortunately, since it was like a ready-made, I just took it out of a box and warmed it up in the air fryer. The top of it was really nice and crispy, and the bottom of it was soggy as heck, which was very disappointing. But additionally, the flavor was, I would say the flavor was mid, honestly. Like, it was just okay. But most interestingly to me, or most expectedly, I suppose, you know, like, you know that this is going to happen, but every time you forget, I obviously, like, you know, just making sure my face looked normal in the mirror a couple hours later, and wouldn't you know it, there was, is it possible to eat, like, a spinach feta situation and not end up with at least one big piece of spinach in your teeth? Thankfully, I'd been at home the whole time, so no one saw my face. Today was a day of such fails, though. So, I have since flossed, which is good. You know, dental health is important. But, I had a point. I did have one. It is gone. Oh no. The average heating up food experience is Indigo. Yeah, it's just, ugh. I love when the microwave gives me a hot bowl of cold food. Oh, that's my favorite, when it just heats up the dish. Thanks, microwave. Good job. Yay. Oh yeah, that was the other thing that happened to me. And I do apologize to anyone who has a delicate tummy for such things. But the other thing that happened to me today was that I made myself a nice cup of coffee at lunchtime, with milk, as I am often wont to do, like this one. And it wasn't until later that afternoon when I was making a smoothie. So I was making myself a smoothie, and normally in smoothies I'll use like a plant-based milk. So I took out I'd put all of the other ingredients, the yogurt, the berries, into my cup, and then I took out my oat milk and noticed that the oat milk had gone off. So I wasn't able to use the oat milk, so I had to use regular milk instead. And that's when I noticed that the milk expired 2 days earlier, after I'd already finished an entire cup of coffee that had that milk in it. Good job, me. So I ended up, I had another thing of milk that we hadn't opened yet, so I used that for my smoothie. So the day was saved, but it was really annoying and frustrating and difficult and bad. And I have been monitoring myself for, is my tummy okay? And so far, it seems fine. I think the milk was still fresh. I think it was just technically out of date. Normally, I don't like to take chances with dairy that's gone out of date, because it can just do weird stuff. Dairy is just bizarre. So yeah, if it's fruit and vegetables that have gone out of date and they look perfectly fresh, I'll eat them. But yeah, anyways. Expiration dates are a scam, says Indigo. Oh my god. It's really okay, this is a really bizarre experience that I've had. So when I was in Canada, I noticed that like my parents would buy these just massive. Sorry. Are you okay? Are you okay up there? I'm so sorry. These massive cartons of milk, and would just drink out of the same carton of milk for like a week and a half until it was done. And I'm like, if I did that in my British fridge with my British milk, I would be dead. Because if I left my milk open for that long in my fridge in my country, that milk would be cheese that is not suitable for human consumption. And I just find it really bizarre that, like, I don't know, dairy just seems to last longer in Canada. Do they add stuff to it? They must add something to it. Because what the hey? Very, very, very strange. Yeah. That's one of the things that I found really difficult adjustment here, I think, actually, was, like, milk goes off as way more quickly than I thought it was supposed to. And it does. Oh my god, all of the milk we get is, like, the milk, like, the best before end dates on your milk is, like, 2 days from now when you buy it at, like, Waitrose. If you buy it at Loblaws in Canada, the best before end date on the milk is a month from now. What are you doing to your cows? I don't know. I don't get it. I need to look into this, because I have enough examples of this kind of phenomenon that I feel like there's a numbered list I could make a YouTube video out of. Anyways, but cheese. Cheese. There's cheese. Cheese discourse in the chat. Indigo says, I will just cut the mold off of cheese. Do you not find that the cheese tastes different if it's not supposed to have mold on it and it's grown mold? Because I will tell you, if cheese has been open for like a few days, unless it's like a parm, if cheese has been open for more than 3 days in my fridge, it smells different and it tastes worse. And it kind of turns my stomach. Now, this may be like a super taste or super smeller experience. Again, like the thing where I can tell if dishes have had eggs on them. But that is definitely a thing for me. If cheese has been open for too many days, I can't eat it because it tastes wrong and it smells bad. Except for parm. But my mother used to do that cutting the mold off of cheese thing, and I was like, no. No. Not into it. Oh no, Little Birdie says, I've eaten half a sandwich before noticing the bread was moldy. That happened to me once with a grilled cheese. I was gutted. That is the worst, and I'm so sorry. And they do say, if there is mold somewhere in your bread loaf, don't eat it. So, I hope you're okay. Yeah, Indigo says, that reminds me of that one Caleb City video on how they invented cheese. Ooh, hell yeah. I don't know, but cheese is just rotten milk anyways, right? I mean, it is, but it's, well, no, not exactly. It is cultured in generally very controlled circumstances where they know that the bacteria that is making an impact on the cheese is in a temperature controlled environment. The bacteria that's in there is a good kind of bacteria as opposed to the bad stuff that makes you get sick and die. There's a lot to it. And there's more than I really know how to explain. There is definitely a difference between, like, the mold that is cultivated in certain cheeses versus the mold that just grows on your cheese when it's been in the fridge for too long. But yeah. Little Birdie says, a hard cheese, yes, I will do this because I feel like it's dense enough that the spores won't be all the way through it, but most things I do not trust. Absolutely. If there's mold growing on your brie, bin it. I feel like for harder, mature cheeses, it really depends on who you ask. Some people will be like, no, if you can see visible mold on a cheese that's not supposed to be moldy, the whole thing is probably ruined. But I think it depends on how dense the cheese is as to whether or not it's had an effect on the whole thing. Certainly, if your jam is moldy, throw it away. There was an expose on a restaurant that I had actually been really excited to try the last time I was in LA, and I didn't happen to have the chance to, just because schedules and stuff didn't shake out right. So I ended up just going for coffee at like Intelligentsia Coffee and having a nice pastry there instead. But this place was like famous for its brunch, and it was famous for its jam on toast because they baked really, really nice like brioche bread, and they made all their jams in house. And then a former like kitchen staff member who had complaints about their time working there was also like, yeah, so they just like they will just scoop the mold off of the top of the jam containers and keep using it. I'm like, don't eat it. Anyways, I'm so sorry if this chit chat is gross. I think it's really interesting, but also like yuck. Anyways, but yeah, if something is slightly out of date, this is what I will say. If something is slightly out of date, but it looks fine and it smells fine, then eat it. It's fine. Don't throw away perfectly good food. If it's visibly, like if it's slimy and it's not supposed to be, don't eat it. If it has visible mold and it's not supposed to, don't eat it. But like, you know, if you bought a thing of like apples and it says best before a week from the day you bought them, and the apples are still perfectly like firm and don't have any like obvious blemishes or bruises or like punctures or, you know, anything like that, just eat them. You'll be fine. How do you know if gorgonzola goes bad? I suppose if it develops mold that isn't the mold that it had when you bought it. But also, I'll be honest, I don't eat blue cheeses at all. They're just not for me. They are not to my taste. I do not eat them. So that is kind of an I don't know. I think the most interesting thing about cheese to me is feta and feta type cheeses. Little birdie also not a fan. Hell yeah. Feta and feta type cheeses. I didn't notice this until like a couple years ago. I oftentimes, because we are a household of 2 people and I try to vary our evening meals quite a bit, so we're not having like the same or similar flavors every like several days in a row, because we both just we don't have the we just have too much of an attention deficit in this house to eat the same meals over and over. We need variety or we'll get our little tummies will get bored and annoyed. But it means that generally, you know, I think I buy a thing of feta. That's too much for like, that's 3 meals worth of cheese for the 2 of us. But if I put it in the fridge, within 2 days, it started to smell like fermented. And feta is it's not a fermented smelling cheese. It should smell fresh and briny. And if it's like, if it's a sheep or a goat feta, a little bit tangy because of the like sheepy goat milk flavors. It should not be fermented smelling, right? So oftentimes after I've decanted like a portion of feta cheese, I will take the rest of it and freeze it. Turns out it can only hang out in the freezer for like a few weeks before it starts to somehow ferment at sub-zero temperatures. What is going on with feta in this country? I don't know. It's wild. Anyways, that's enough about cheese. Little birdie says, okie dokie, I have to head out for an appointment. Have a lovely day. I hope your appointment goes well, and thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's been lovely to see you, as always. Have a good one, my friend. Alright. Anyways, I've had, yogurt for breakfast for months. Yum. I will eat the same meal 3 days in a row, says Indigo. That's fair. I don't know, I just find in my household, we're not really leftovers people. Like, I'll cook something delicious and then we'll like, you know, it's like, oh, you know, we could have the leftovers for dinner the next day. And then we just don't, because we're like, no, we're kind of over it for now. We need something else. I don't know, we're just not leftover people. I do also enjoy cooking, so it helps. I'm not one of those people who can do like a big batch and then just portion it all out and pop it in like containers in the fridge for the whole week kind of thing. That would probably save me time and effort and like mental energy, but I also enjoy the creative process of cooking, so like it's fine. No worries. Anyways, banana flavored yogurt honestly is really nice, says Silly. I'm shocked. I am shooketh. Really? Really? Banana yogurt. That's so interesting. I like fresh banana in a smoothie that I have made with yogurt, but I would never buy the banana flavored yogurt because I have the fear that it would taste like fake banana flavoring, which is not to my taste. So that's really, really interesting. Sorry, my airways are doing that thing where I can't get a breath in again, which is deeply annoying and very uncool of them. But oh no. Oh no. One moment, please. Sorry, that was a sneeze. Hi. I could try making my own, says Silly. Oh, hell yeah, you should definitely do it. I have not forayed into yogurt making yet, but my parents had a yogurt maker like back in the 80s, and I think the interest in making your own yogurt waned pretty quickly when they realized they could buy perfectly good yogurt from the supermarket and it cost about the same. But it is just nice sometimes making your own, even if it's not actually saving you any money and it takes time, because it's nice making things. Making things feels good. I received an order of knitting wool today that I bought specifically because I want to make myself a cardigan out of it. So there you go. I thought the stream froze Indigo. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I had to sneeze and I didn't want to do it into the microphone. I'm sorry. I'm taking a sip of my iced tea now. I have an iced tea. It's strawberry today. Ah. And it is, of course. Can you tell that I like Moomin stuff? I'm a fan of them's Moomins. Can you tell? Could you guess? Based on, additionally, the 2 boxes of Moomin biscuits that I also got today, which I'm very excited for. Look at the expression on Little Mai's face here. That is just, I don't know, it feels a little threatening. But then I feel like of all of the regular characters in Moomin Valley, if one of them is most likely to just straight up murder you, it's probably Little Mai. You know the Moomins as well? Yes! Hell yeah! Hi, Mel! Hello! Welcome on in! How you doing? Welcome. Snufkin, right? Says Indigo, I'm not familiar with the lore. Oh man, there's this one scene from the Moomins anime from the 90s. That is so threatening. I need to see if I can find it and post it to Discord after stream, because it's so threatening. It's very funny. What was that you just showed? Oh, Mel. It's Moomin biscuits. They're little chocolate biscuits. And they're shaped to look like characters out of the Moomins, and it's got Snork Maiden on the box. Gathering a very lovely bouquet there. I don't know, just like, oh, they're doing a little hug together since 1957. Oh, this is so cute. Anyways, I'm very excited for the move. The box got a little bit squashed, it has to be said, but I'm very excited for the Moomin biscuits. Very excited. Moomin biscuits is turn of hell yeah. I swear Moomin content summons me. I love Moomin content. I would love to attempt some kind of Moomin fan art at some point, but I just don't feel like anyone can capture the magic as well. It's like one, you know, sort of creative property that just nailed it. So, it doesn't need me. It is its own fan art. Anyways, this light green. Oh, this light green might be a little bit broken. I'm seeing like little bits in here that don't feel like they got mixed up very well. I'm gonna shake this up again. Anyways. I'm sorry about the noise. I'm so sorry about the noise. I'm very, very sorry about the noise. Oh, that feels so weird. That felt very weird. Anyways, hello again. The colors in this painting are so lovely, says Turn Off. Oh, thank you! Thank you. I am trying for a somewhat bolder aesthetic here. If I can. I see these in the store every day, says Silly. Oh man, I'm so jealous. There's a theme park in Finland called Moominland. I would love to go to there. BRB off to Moominland, says Turnip. Right? Oh my gosh. That would be amazing. Truly. Okay. Gonna see? Hopefully this works okay. Oh, a breeze has picked up again. Oh, I don't know how much that is impacting the mic, but, yeah, the dark green is not actually any darker than the previous green. What the flip? I don't know what's going on there. Also, is my camera... How is my I can't see where it tells me whether or not my camera is connected by USB or by Wi-Fi. But there seems to be a slight delay between what I'm seeing and what's actually showing up on screen. Oh, never mind. The delay seems to be gone. Okay, we're all right. We're back on track. Fabulous. Cool. Love that. I've never been to Finland, but that would be very cool, I bet. Hell yeah. Moomin Goblin. Oh, Silly. I love it. Okay. We have a terrible drawing time request from Silly. I'd love to attempt it. Moomin Goblin. Oh, interesting. How am I gonna do this? First of all, for anyone who's new here, allow me to explain what the deal is with terrible drawing time. Do we need to start a new canvas? This is looking pretty full. I don't know if I have space here for a Moomin Goblin. Hold up. I need another piece of paper. Because I feel like this needs, like, vertical space, and I don't have a lot left. So, if you will allow me, I'm just gonna pull this off. This does not want to pull very... Okay. Alright. That more or less worked. We're starting a new canvas. A Moblin from Legend of Zelda. If I could remember what the Moblins... I kind of remember what the Moblins look like. I kind of do. Where's my pencil's in the other room still? Oh, beans. Okay. Okay. I was very disorganized starting stream today because my computer was running an update, which was running over the time I was meant to start, so I was, a little bit discombobulated, it has to be said. But, never mind. I'm so excited for The Legend of Link. Oh my god, right, Indigo? That looks so good! It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Anyways, let me grab my pencil quickly, and then we'll do a terrible drawing. Whoop. Okay. Updates. My pencil was actually still in my purse because I took it with me when I went out yesterday. I started some drawings that I can't show you yet because they're not ready. Anyways, finally a game where the main character is actually Zelda. So excited! It looks so cute. If you haven't seen the Zelda game that they announced at the Nintendo Direct, oh my goodness gracious, it looks very, very cute. Very, very cute. Okay, allow me to explain what I'm about to do for anybody who's new here. Hi. Also, welcome in. This is Terrible Drawing Time, which is a phenomenon by which, for 5,000 channel points, I get 5 minutes or less to draw a character or concept of your choosing, from memory or sight unseen, on terrible drawing canvas just like this. I keep forgetting to do anything with them when I fill them up, so they're just kind of sitting in a pile in my studio. But I really ought to scan them in. I don't know, you can color them if you want to. You can make fun of me for the badness of my art. I don't know, it's all good. But it's just a fun time. and we have fun doing it, and y'all come up with the best prompts. So, allow me to make an attempt here. Where is my timer on 5 minutes? Starting now. Let's go. Okay. What if you don't know them? If I don't, well, it is a sketch either from memory or sight unseen. So if it's something that I'm not familiar with at all, and I've had people request like Pokemons or anime characters that I've never seen, I just make a guess as to what I think they might look like based on their name, and possibly a cursory description if the requester is feeling kind. Also, I just accidentally brushed a little bit of ink onto a bit of the canvas that I did not want it to get on, and that's permanent, so... Well, it's a good thing I'm painting this in a dark color, because, oops, you're not going to see that at all when it's done, don't worry. Also, the timer is running, so I just lost about 45 seconds. Okay, Moomin Goblin, Moomin Goblin. Your Senshi was oddly accurate for being a sight unseen. I think I had a really good description of him, if memory serves. So I kind of just went with that. Okay, so how would I Moomin plus Goblin? So Moomin's got the big, sort of this situation, but then I'm gonna give him Goblin ears. Like so. No, I'm gonna, hold up. Because somebody's yelling outside. Yay! I can make 3 requests. Silly. Do you have 15,000 channel points then? Because if that's the case, then technically, yeah. Okay. Moomin Goblin. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna give him a little snaggly tooth. Just because I think a little snaggly tooth would be real cute. Also, apparently I had a little ink on my hand, so now there's a nice little green smudge just there. Fantastic. I don't remember what Moomin's legs look like, so now they're just little stumps. Like so. Is this what Moomin's legs look like? I literally have a box of Moomin biscuits right behind me, and I could conceivably have a look, but that's cheating. So I'm gonna not. And instead, just try and focus on making this as cute as I can. There we go. He's got a little tail. 'Cause why not? Does Moomin have a tail? I think he does. They'll have to wait a few days. I'm going on a trip tomorrow. Ooh, silly! Congratulations on your trip. I hope you have a lovely time. I see Indigo says, silly, you need to stream again so I can force you to draw dumb stuff. We would love to see some silly art. Hell yeah. I can draw dumb stuff on the way if you ask nicely. Aww. Moomins are just like Barba Papa. Oh man, Barba Papa was like such a beloved thing for me when I was growing up. I loved it very, very much. And then it was one of those things where, like, does anybody else remember this? And it felt like nobody else remembered this. And then it turns out that one of my partner's favorite books when he was little was Barba Papa's New House, which is extremely out of print and super, super hard to find. And I wanted to get it for him as a gift one year for, I think, our anniversary, and I couldn't find it for anything less than, like, 3 figures on eBay. So I ended up instead doing a painting of the 2 of us as though we were like the sort of Barba Papa characters. And it turned out really cute, but I still want to get him that book. And if I can't get him that book, I will redraw the whole thing myself and give that to him, which is extremely normal of me. Anyways, this is Moomin Goblin. And, I hope you're happy. This was terrible drawing time. It was very fun to do, actually. I enjoyed that. I had one of them as a plushie, says, Silly. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. Turnip says Barba Papa was surreal. Oh, very much so, yeah. Um, honestly didn't know it was a thing outside of France as indigo. Oh yeah, I remember. It was definitely a thing in Canada when I was a youngin'. But I don't know if it was weird that I that I knew about it. Um, but but yeah, because I don't think it's something that any of like my friends were into. Anyways, that's the timer. Okay. That was terrible drawing time. Yay. That's the best Mooblin. Okay, let me just bring up Moomin here to compare. So Moomin Goblin, actual Moomin. Moomin Goblin, actual Moomin. I feel like I did okay. Moomin is a fairly recognizable shape of a creature. I like the Mooblin. Their name is Scruff. Oh, I love it. Oh, silly, that's adorable. Thank you. Yes, their name is Scruff. Bless. Thank you, thank you. Anyways, I'm glad you like them. Okay, I'm gonna try and stir this back up and use it to put hopefully some... Oh my god, there's like nothing. There is nothing to this color. How is this dark green? I just want to apply a nice little shadow under our chimkin. Like so. Ta-da! Yay! That worked. Anyways, I think Scruff is a pretty moominy name. Like Sniff and Snork, says Silly. Yes, I don't know if there's any English names. They are, yes. Yes, they are. Hell yeah. Sniff, aw, Sniff. Bless. Okay, I wanted to do something to just break up this sort of field of green, but I couldn't decide if I wanted to put like little sort of like grassy, like grass blade texture, or if I just wanted to do sort of like shape. I think I might do it by shape. I might just do kind of like a... kind of like a this. So different segments of the grass are different colors. Or different gradations or shades of green to an extent. I feel like this ink is behaving really weirdly when I layer it. I don't know if it's just because this ink is quite old or what. Because obviously the thing with ink is that it's not supposed to lift once you plonk it down. Once it's dry, it lives there. But this stuff is definitely acting a little bit weird. I don't really know what's up with that. So, yay! Here we are. Maybe if we go like that. I don't know if this is going to look better or worse. I just felt like the sort of uninterrupted field of a single shade of green was a little bit uninspiring. I thought we could do a little bit better than that. So I tried. And now this ink is sitting really weirdly on top of the other ink. Which is... honestly, it is behaving really strangely for an ink. Maybe I should just ditch this dark green and buy a new one at this point. That might honestly be what I gotta do. I don't know. Anyways. Sniff is the slightly kangaroo looking dude. Yes. I can find you a picture if you want to see what Sniff look like. Oh, who is it? I was surprised. Was it Sniff who in the... Was it Sniff where I was like, oh, is that who plays them in the TV series? Yeah, apparently he's played by venerable actor Warwick Davis in the Moon Valley cartoon show, which does have a lot of a very good voice cast, I think. Anyways, here are some picture of Sniff. But first, you have to see my Instagram page for a second, because that's just the way it do. There's my Instagram page. You know what it looks like. Yada yada yada, etc. etc. More importantly, Sniff. This is the one that Sniff. Yeah, I would say kangaroo looking guy is a pretty good assessment for Sniff's whole deal. But less intimidating than a kangaroo. I don't know about y'all, but kangaroos scare me. They look like they could straight up murder me. I am a little bit scared of kangaroos. I'm not scared of a lot of animals, but kangaroos, yeah, no, I do find them a little intimidating, if I'm being honest. I don't know if that's normal, but here we are. Yeah, it kind of feels like the more of this that I brush on, the more I'm, like, peeling off. Can you see what I mean? It feels like it's lifting, which is... ink isn't supposed to do that. I'm so perplexed by this. This is deeply strange. But it's also just got a really sort of messy texture to it, so I'm kind of trying to mess with it to make it look less weird, and I feel like in so doing, I'm kind of making it worse. I don't know. I feel like that kind of works. I feel like that works a little bit. I couldn't think how else to describe him since Turnip. That's a really good description. That is a very, very good description of Sniff. That is a perfect description, in fact. I wholeheartedly approve. I'm gonna mute for a second. Sorry. I'm so sorry. One moment, please, again. Oh, beans! I don't know what is up with my nose today. It is very unhappy with me. Maybe that is the effect of the expired milk. Maybe it's just giving me the snuffies. I genuinely don't know. Okay, annoyingly, the grass actually looks better on my, like, computer monitor than it does in real life. Which is very rude. Oh no. Okay, I should probably attempt to paint in the night sky. Matt Berry is Moomin Papa. Yes, Turnip. Best casting ever. He's so good. He's so good as Moomin Papa. Oh my goodness. Matt Berry's got a fantastic voice. Like, I don't know. I just think he's neat. Do we like this grass, or was it better when it was one color? I can't decide. Because I could conceivably just fill in the whole thing with this green and just call it good. You know what? Delete your heart. I'm doing it. I am doing it. I'm just gonna blend it in. Oh, wells. Never mind. I mean, it does still look slightly different. I mean, that's done... Yeah, actually, I think that's somewhat more cohesive. Okay. Yay. I did something. It was bad, but hey. I haven't seen that series of movements. I need to catch up. I haven't seen all of it because it aired on Sky, I think. And so we literally had my parents-in-law have Sky. So they recorded it off of their TV for me, which is very, very sweet. I don't think they get it, but they're like, here you go. I don't know. They're lovely people. And they seem to like me. I don't know. I'm still... Listen, I've been together with, I've been together with my partner for, has it been 10 years? I think it's been 10 years. And, I still get scared that I'm not good enough for that I don't know, that like my in-laws are gonna disapprove of me or something because I'm not good enough at being a person. But that's really stupid because they're delightful, very sweet, lovely people, and they clearly like me very much. And I'm just a very insecure little plum. And I don't know why I feel that. I think I don't know. I don't know. It's probably just because I'm weird, and I don't understand why anyone is nice to me. Hashtag delete your art, says Silly sends you an image of that goblin. Julia keeps sending Nathan. That's a Drawfee reference for anyone who isn't familiar. Please go look it up. The Drawfee channel on YouTube. They're very, very fun. They make videos about art that are very different to what happens here. And is equal measures of cursed, but arguably a lot better. So, yeah. Anyways, I bought a delete your art beanie last week, says Turnip, because I find the Drawfee meme so funny. It's so good. It's so good. Also, you know, delete your art is good art advice. Anyways. Also, thank you, Turnip. That's very nice of you to say. Anywho. Okay. I am consuming fluids as best as I can. I am painting as best as I can. I am trying to figure out what I want to do with, like, the night sky around our little buddy. And I think it makes sense to, add a little additional darkness under the chicken's butt. First of all. There we go. Nice little shading. But additionally to that, I think I am going to put some stars in the sky. Otherwise, I feel like it's going to look potentially unbalanced and weird. But how I do that? Do I feel like shimmer is too much for this piece. It's already fluorescent. It probably doesn't need to shimmer. But I don't know. Life's tough. Oh yes, they did a bumper sticker because they did a charity stream for trans rigs. That's trans rights, obviously, but trans rigs driving their trans rig in American Truck Driver Simulator. And so they made like a bumper sticker that was something like, I got left at the gas station at the... I got dropped off at the gas station in the Drawfee trans rig stream, and I still haven't been picked up, or something like that, on a bumper sticker. Indigo says, I recently saw someone with a Drawfee shirt. Oh, nice! Silly says that's the only situation where I would try to talk to strangers on the street. That's fair. I have a couple of Drawfee shirts that were gifts from my moderator/spouse, and I treasure them. Turner says, I like the bumper sticker, but I don't have a car. I got the rig shirt. Oh, sweet! Is that how you get IRL art friends? Just walk around in Drawfee merch? I would not know, because no one has ever clocked my Drawfee merch for being as cool as it is. Though I have had compliments on my Hollow Knight t-shirt before, so that was fun. Somebody came up to me at the airport once and was like, oh my god, I love your shirt! When I was wearing my Hollow Knight shirt to travel in. That was fun. Hell yeah. Anyways. My partner gets me the best shirts as gifts. A shirt gift from my partner is a joy forever. Anywho, I think I'm gonna mask off some little stars and then paint around them. Indigo is lurking. Have a lovely, lovely lurk for not spaghetti, apparently. I hope you enjoy it. I cannot breathe properly today. This hasn't happened to me in a while, and it's very frustrating to me that it's happening again. I don't know if it was, maybe it was my weird lunch. Who knows? Maybe it was the expired milk. I have one piece of merch and it's my Rain World Monk plushie. Oh, silly, a plushie. I love that for you. Turnip says, I was telling someone about Hollow Knight Art Month and they look confused, so I had to say something along the lines of, it's just a little game, you probably haven't heard of it. Oh my god, did you really? I love it, that's amazing. He sits on my desk, says silly, oh bless. Very sweet. I think the most recent plush that I got was the shark I got from IKEA in Toronto. Which, okay, I can't, okay, that took a monumental amount of effort to open. But we got into the masking fluid. Oh my god, why was that so difficult? That was so difficult. Holy heckins. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna not put too much on, not too much masking fluid on, because I'd like to be fairly precise in my little star shapes. And of course, it's already not happening. Maybe I should just make, maybe I should just make them slightly bigger so that they'll look a little bit better. Would that look weird? I don't know. Anyways, my moderator slash spouse is home, so I'm gonna go say hi to him. Hello, darling. Welcome home, sunshine. So much. Missed you. Welcome home. I'm glad you are here. Did I tell you my post arrived? Yes. And so did yours. 2 big boxes. Good. And I can't breathe properly today. So I have so many drinks. Right. Okay. I'm gonna. Are you okay? Just drink over. Alright, baby. I love you. I'm gonna go stream. Yeah, go for it. Okie dokie. And those big V-Bucks or whatever. And those big V-Bucks or whatever. Hello again. Hello. Japan has a pink blowhigh. Hello? Hello? I need one. Oh my goodness. Oh, also Turnip says hi, sweetheart. Hey, Turnip. He says hello. Hello, darling. I mean, technically, of course, he's going to be back in England in about 4 weeks' time. This is true. Are you suggesting we get our nephew to go to an IKEA to bring us back a pink shark?
I'm not suggesting anything.
I don't know if that's normal auntie behavior of me. I mean, we need to go visit Japan at some point because there's a dog we haven't met yet.
Will they have that by then?
What, the dog?
No, the shark.
Oh, the shark. I don't know. Anyways. Sammy suddenly has less money to spend on claw machines in Japan. Hee hee. Oh gosh. Don't sick me on the claw machines. That's dangerous territory. I am fairly good actually, I think, at expressing restraint with such things. Because as much as it's like fun, I recognize that I will save money if I actually just go buy a plush from somewhere. But I would love to, if I do end up in a claw machine arcade, I will attempt to win something. Oh man, if they had a plush of Sanrio's big challenges, it would be over for me. That's for sure. Big challenges, my favorite, my beloved. An absolute ray of sunshine in this ridiculous world. Yeah. Anyways. Oh wow, Indigo has a friend who has every single Rain World plush. Yeah, I can see that being disposable income. I can see that taking up some disposable income for sure. Oh gosh. Do I want to pop some little stars up in here, maybe? I can try. Just happy little stars. I said happy little stars. Why is this so hard? I mean, it's because this brush is a mangled mess of a brush, that's why. But, now it's just, now the brush is legit just not putting anything down. Like, it is not doing anything. That's annoying. Ah, pretzels. Anyways, I shut the window because some people outside were being loud, but I think I'm gonna need to open it again because it is warm in here. Hmm? Oh, okay. Apparently the noisy people have gone. Yay! The noisy people drove away.
I'm confused.
I love when that happens. What's up, darling?
You know, like my deliveries was one small box and one big box.
Yeah.
Well, contents of both were exactly the same.
Wow.
size.
Okay. So apparently, my moderator / spouse received deliveries of one large box and one small box, and both of them contained items of the same size, which is indeed very confusing. Like, what is up with that? Don't know. Maybe those are just the box sizes they had on hand, I suppose. Okay, I've put some rando stars here and there in the sky. I don't want to overdo it because I don't want to... I want it to be fairly aesthetically clean, I guess. So that the focus is like chicken and rainbow. At least I hope it will be. At this point, I just don't know anymore. But we'll try our best. Oh, it's raining here, so I can't open the window. It's making me so sad. Oh no, my absolute least favorite is when it's like the height of summer and it's super hot and muggy, and there's like finally a storm or something, and the heat breaks, and the house is super hot and uncomfortable. So I want my instinct when there's like a thunderstorm in the middle of summer is to open all the windows to get all the fresh air into the house, because the air is nice and fresh. It's just been cleansed. And yet apparently, no, because everyone's like, oh, close all the windows, it's raining. I'm like, no, I don't care if the windowsill gets wet. I just need air. I don't care. Anyways, but that's probably very silly of me. I don't know. Anyways. Good sip. Okay. So it's night sky painting time, but I think I might drop a very quick BRB before I do that. Just because that's going to take a while, and I should probably BRB because we've been going for like an hour and a half. So I'm going to BRB real quick. My sofa's under the window. I don't want that wet. Turnip, that is extremely valid of you. Otherwise, rain be damned, I'd have the window open. I am so sorry, my friend. I hope that the BRB song makes it up for you. Here it is. I'll be back in a minute. You're all breathtaking. Okay, I'm back. Hi. Sorry about that. Hello. Hope you enjoyed the BRB music. In the meantime, I am back. I'm feeling positive. Grumpy. Am I grumpy, Indigo? Oh no. Susie says it's 29 degrees Celsius here and I can't open the... Susie, no! That's too warm! I'm so sorry! That's pretty much what it was here yesterday, and yeah, it was brutal, and I'm sorry, and I hope that you are able to look after yourself, hydrate, please drink fluids, it's very important. That sucks, I'm so sorry. Okay. Alright. I want to use, for this portion, I want to use mainly Prussian blue. So just putting a nice big blobby of, because a lot of these colors I find it's like, wow, that looks really sort of nice, deep, dark blue, and then you actually like decant it out, or you like paint with it, and you're like, oh, no it isn't. Actually, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But, I feel like it could be darker. I feel like it could be darker. I feel like it should be darker. So I'm going to add a teeny tiny amount of black to this. And as soon as I do this, it's just going to turn black. And I will have regrets. Anyways, Thunderpup says, is this a rainbow chicken? It is a rainbow chicken. It is indeed a rainbow chicken. Here, let me... Just a nice close-up of chicken's face. Hello, it is I, Chimkin. Please, please focus, camera. Hello, it is I, a rainbow chicken. It really wants to just go out of focus. Okay, I'll put it back. I love it, says Thunderpump. Aw, thank you. I hope I don't ruin it by coloring it in, because I was indeed very happy with this sketch of a chicken. It turned out. Okay. Just decant out a little droplet, just a little droplet of black ink. This is probably going to be enough to completely obliterate this entire mountain of Prussian blue. But I'm hopeful that it won't be. Now, the other thing that I am wondering is, I kind of wanted a warmer blue, but I don't really have a warm blue. Because this Prussian blue is quite green toned almost. There, that's a nice deep dark. That's a nice deep dark, which is exactly what I want. You can still tell it's blue, but I'm going to add a little bit of Purple Lake to it because I would love for it to be a slightly warmer blue. Not fully purple, but just a slightly warmer blue. Night sky blue, says Susie. I hope so. I hope so. I guess that makes this a moonbow. If I can get the... Oh my god! Why is this so hard to get open? I'm tearing my skin. Ow! Okay, I'm pretty sure this concoction will eat that Purple Lake, which is not as strong of a color as the other two, so I've added like 3 drops of it. Because I don't want this to look purple, I just want to warm up the hue just a tiny touch. And hopefully that will have done it, so let me test it out. That has barely done anything, but you know what? I think I'm happy with it. I think I'm happy with it that way, so this will do fine. Sledge says, apparently the mic is muted whilst on BRB, so you will not have heard me, but I said hello, hope you are all well, stay hydrated, and your streamer would have been back soon. Indeed, sorry about that, my sunshine. Night sky blue, says Susie, hell yeah. Turnip says, in Lord of the Rings, there's a random graphics glitch where sometimes you get rainbows at night. Ah, Lord of the Rings Online. Sometimes you get rainbows at night. It looks hecking beautiful, though, so people love it. Oh, that's rad. That is super rad. I'm wondering if maybe I should clean out this paint water, because it's very, very green. So I'm gonna go change that up real quick. Sorry. Heck. The water's too green. I don't like it. Okay. This hath been corrected. Okay, I fixed it. There we go, that's better. Okay. Because I want this to... I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this. And I'm gonna just swatch this up to see how it compares. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. That's pretty. All right. Okay, this is the scariest part. This is by far the scariest thing I have to do in this painting. Oh my goodness. My goodness gracious. Okay. But I want my brush to be nice and wet, because I find having having a nice full brush means you're less likely to end up in a situation with really obvious brush strokes in your final work. And I would rather not have obvious brush strokes all over the place. That's not really the aesthetic that I'm aiming for here. So if I can avoid it, I would love to do that. Oh no, this color's really good. This color is really good, oh no. Oh, pretzels. Oh, that's neat. Okay. I think this might end up looking good. I don't want to make any promises, because I might sneeze and just get ink all over a bit of it that doesn't want any ink on it, but for the moment, this feels okay. I do think I need to be pointing this. I find it easier to sort of pull the paint along facing the other way, but I find it easier to very precisely paint along the edge of the rainbow going in this direction. So I think I'm going to need to keep going this way. Actually, I think I mixed up too much ink, but you saw the amount of black that went into this compared to the blue, so I kind of had to, really. Also apologies for the fact that the rainbow is just kind of a jank shape. That's a cool blue, says Susie. Well, a warm blue, but a cool looking blue. Oh, thank you. I am genuinely quite pleased with the way that it has turned out. I think that's rather nice. Now, it is probably going to lighten down a bit as it dries, so I'll have to kind of keep an eye on that. If I need to do like a second pass of it, clearly I have enough that I can do a second wash of it on top, and because it is ink, as long as it is well behaved, that shouldn't be a problem. So I'm not worried. Should I be? I don't know, but I'm not. Which is unusual for me because I do have a tendency to fret about things. Anywho. But I don't know how not to fret about things. I feel like fretting about things is just an indication of the fact that I care about things. And caring is good. Listen, I grew up in the 80s. I watched a lot of Care Bears. I understand the importance of caring. I say, recognizing that that's possibly not. I may be misinterpreting the Care Bears whole deal just there, but oh well, whatever. Listen. I'm gonna actually try not to fully cover these stars with my masking fluid, just in case there's like gaps in the masking fluid. I would really rather not accidentally find that out. That would be a little bit bad, I feel like. I would quite like the stars to be a nice uniform white to start with, and I might make them a bit of star color. I don't know what color are stars? Painting sort of in this direction feels really weird, but it is really, I think, the best way for me to maintain good control over the distance between the rainbow and the night sky color, which I would like to not accidentally paint over a lot of rainbow. I feel like that would be less pretty. Okay. Also, I probably could have masked off the edges of the chicken, but I really wanted to be able to, like, I really wanted to be able to, color in bits of the chicken first before I did the dark backdrop. And I think that was the right call, ultimately. So I feel pretty good about that. I am also noticing the color is definitely getting a little bit lighter as it dries, but it's not too bad. Where does one get this masking fluid, and can it help you with masking, says Indigo. It can help you with making sure that parts of your painting that you don't want to be painted a certain color don't get painted. But I don't think it can help with If you're talking about masking in a social context, I don't think it's the resource for you. Otherwise, it's available from most major, like, art supply retailers. Anyways. I'm hoping that this just like second pass of it will do in terms of getting a nice deep night sky color. I think it is. I think this is looking good. I think this is looking good. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm going to therefore also this bit over here add in a little more. Oh no, this is so sad, y'all. I really like this color, and it is not a pre-mixed color. I had to make this myself. Now I'm gonna have to, if I want to recreate this color, I should probably go back into my stream VOD and like clip this bit so I remember how I made this color. Anyways, the neurotypical potion says Indigo. You know what? At this stage, I don't want it. I'm not the one who's a weirdo. It's the everyone else who is wrong. Like, when I think to myself, like, oh man, I wish I were, neurotypical enough to do this thing or to whatever. And I'm like, actually, no, I don't. What I want is for everyone else to think that I have a good energy and that I'm cool and to, like, accommodate my limitations, and be nice to me. And communicate in ways that are friendly to the way that I would like to be communicated with. That's what I want. I don't want to be different. I want other people to recognize my difference as a thing that is fine and not be weird about it. That's all. That's all I want. Anyways, Susie says 100%. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And I'll get frustrated if I need stuff explained a bit differently to wrap my head around something. Yes, exactly, yes. I don't think that's a big ask, but apparently. Anyways. Oh. I don't know if you can hear the wind on the microphone. Actually, can I... Okay, you can definitely hear the wind a little bit on the microphone. I'm sorry. Or you're welcome, depending on whether or not you enjoy it. Okay, another very scary bit of painting. Aw, geez. Just really load my brush for starters, I think. And then hopefully I can do a fairly continuous go. Oh, heck. Oh, heck. Okay. This portion, very, very scary. I mean, if I accidentally go over a little bit of the grass or whatever, like, it's fine. I would really very much like to not go over the chicken, because the chicken is still mostly white with some fluorescent shading. So that's really kind of the most important bit for not accidentally painting in, you know? And this is also going to need 2 passes. Ah! Maybe it makes it feel like I have a bit of a breeze here too. I'd welcome one, says Susie. Oh, geez, is it a bit stuffy where you are? Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm very grateful for the breeze. Yesterday was incredibly nasty. Deeply unpleasant. Very, very warm. Do not recommend. At all. Okay. Just gonna squeeze in there. Squeezy. Oh, scary. Oh, scary. I am actually, you know what, I am gonna close the window a little bit because it's kind of blowing stuff around and I'm scared it's gonna break this. But it's nice ambience and I'll half close the window is what I'll do. Oi, Savalois Lino, how's it going? It's lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. You're here for the extra scary bit. I am so afraid I'm gonna wreck it. So, hopefully that's fun. Okay, I think maybe actually if I go this way. Yeah, that's easier. I'm sorry I keep having to, like, turn the painting. I hope I do it slowly and infrequently enough that it doesn't, like, make anyone feel, like, seasick or anything. I really hope so. I do apologize for doing it. Okay. Very slowly, very carefully. I do think it's actually easier to do the second pass, because the paint kind of remembers where it was and doesn't go into the places where there isn't the paint, if that makes sense. So from that perspective, it's actually easier the second time around. But the first time, really scary. Okay. Maybe if I now go this way, or actually go this way. Lurking that wanted to drop a 15-year-old look at all those chickens references, Lino. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a lovely lurk. Indigo says, went outside earlier, and within 2 minutes it was pouring rain. Wow, that's so rude. Or pleasant, depending on whether or not that's something you welcome and enjoy. I guess you make the call about that. Anyways. I think we're not expected to have any rain for a wee while. I think it's going to be a good few days before we have rain again. But it's miraculously the temperature has gone down here from the absolute swamp it was earlier this week to yesterday night. It's kind of just gone way down in the nighttime, which is great and incredibly welcome, because, like, damn. I know there are some people who are just like, oh, the weather's beautiful when it's like 29 degrees. Me, I'm like, no, no matter how many fluids I drink, I am going to have a headache for the rest of my life now. Does anyone else just get really bad headaches when it's hot? Like, no matter what you do, you will just have a headache? Or is that just me? I don't know. My shoes are drenched, but I stay mostly dry. Oh, you had a poncho. Hell yeah. I was warned about the possibility, but it was a lot. Oh, jeez. Susie says it should be starting to rain tomorrow night here. We'll drop down to 20 to 22 afterwards. One more frying day for most of tomorrow, though. Oh, jeez. I hope you can just make sure that you've got plenty of fluids. Electrolytes. Make sure that you get some salt in there as well if you're going to expect to be sweating a lot. All that good stuff. I basically just first thing in the morning I went and bought like a 1 liter carton of coconut water and just had that for breakfast. And then had like I also got like a bottle of Lucozade Sport, and then just had like water and other things throughout the day. Specifically, I actually drink sports drinks quite a reasonable amount, especially when the weather's hot. If I'm sick or the weather's hot, I'm like, yes, sports drink. But because they are designed to hydrate you. But I noticed that the package is specifically like, this is for people who are doing a lot of athletic sports. And I'm like, can it just be for people who just exist in a state of sweat because it's hot out? Because that me. But I am not a sports boy. At all. I am the opposite of a sports boy. I've never been good at sports. I have always loathed sports. They are an unpleasant experience. I didn't like the competitive aspect of it because I was just naturally unskilled physically, but also I would like in sports with balls, I would just run from the ball. I'm like, no, don't make me engage with that thing. It hurts. Kicking, it hurts. If I'm playing football, Hitting it with my wrists hurt if I'm playing volleyball. Everything bouncing, trying to throw it like at a great height when I'm like the tiniest person ever hurts. And you know I'm not going to be able to do it, and everyone hates me because I'm brutal at sports. Anyways, I don't like sports. So, yeah. I like to swim. But, that's not, I can't really drink a sports drink while I'm swimming. Though I do like to swim. I should see what my local leisure center's pool schedule is like. I haven't done that in a very, very long time, and I used to go swimming on the regular for like a couple of years before the panini, and then I stopped because of the panini. And then when they reopened the pool, the prices were jacked up to like £8 a session, which is so stinking expensive. But I knew I wasn't going to be able to get there often enough to afford, like, a monthly membership. So I just didn't go. Because I was like, okay, if I'm only going 3 to 4 times a month, this is ridiculously expensive. But 3 to 4 times a month isn't enough to justify the price of a membership. So I just stopped going. I think the membership worked out to you had to go basically at least twice a week for it to be worth it. I was like, nah. Nah. No good. Anyways. So yeah, nowadays I just, if I'm going on a holiday to like a different city or whatever, I'll try and book a hotel that has a pool. That's what I will do. I am so happy I didn't break the chicken. Susie says, or when it's thundery, I just had an hour and a half nap because of that. Oh man. Yes. Yes, napping. The hot makes me tired as well, but I can't sleep. Ugh. My sleep is always compromised when it's hot. So like I'm tired, I'm uncomfortable, and I do get irritable, and I hate that about me. It makes me so sad. So I try and do as much as I can to manage not overheating. Like cold showers a couple times a day if I need to, but then I feel like I'm wasting water when it's hot out. Conflict. Oh man, okay. So I put on hand cream before I started the stream, and apparently my hands are just like, my hands are not that slippery or anything. They're just moisturized, but now I can't use my hands. Honestly, can't remember the last time I went swimming, says Indigo. Oh man, you should. It's fun. Though going swimming in like a leisure center pool where there's other people is always a little bit nerve-wracking to me because I don't know who's going to be there. I don't know whether or not I'm going to just be able to kind of chillax and do my own thing, or if it's gonna be weird. Oh my goodness. I cannot open this bottle. I guess I'm not drinking that then. Good thing I have a backup tea. I'll drink this instead. Delicious. Okay, I am gonna do a second pass on this under the rainbow portion as well. Just for the sake of consistency and keeping everything looking as good of a night sky as I can get. If I can. Oh, goodness gracious. This is so scary. Oh, why is this so scary? It's so scary, though. I think I'm just struggling to find the right angle at which to paint this and optimally not wreck everything. No. Okay, it's fine. Some stuff just dropped off the desk, but it's nothing breakable. It's just my phone. But don't worry, it dropped onto the soft carpet via some other soft boxes. So it's okay. Oh no. That went a little bit squish. Maybe I should be... I feel like for like the little precise bits I want to be using a smaller brush, but a smaller brush is gonna take longer to do and leave more brush strokes in like the larger sections. So I kind of need to be using this big boy brush. But I will be applying like line weight to the chicken as well. So hopefully, hopefully it'll all kind of look clean in the process. Oh no, Lux! This terrible drawing timed artistic proof of the water making the frogs gay. Also, Anne Murray is there for some reason in a sketchy looking that is so many things to terrible drawing time, Lux. I'm gonna finish this before I do it because otherwise I'm gonna get weird blobby effects in the ink. Because it kind of all needs to get done before it dries. But also, holy heck, I would love to do that for you. Hi, hello. I hope you're having a lovely day. It is very nice to see you. Hello. Sorry, trying to get the angle right for doing this, it turns out, is really difficult. I am so scared of wrecking this chicken. So this is tough. But I will do that terrible drawing time in just a minute. Thank you for requesting a terrible drawing time. Whilst I'm doing this, I will explain what the deal is with terrible drawing time for anyone who's new here. For 5,000 channel points, I have 5 minutes or less to draw a character or concept of your choosing from memory or sight unseen. Friend of the channel, Lux here, is really, really stretching the idea of concept. But I'll allow it. But, you know, the more things you make me draw, the more terrible each and every one of these things is going to be. You know this. But okay. Anyways, I hope you're having a good Thursday. It's nice to see you. How is everyone doing? How have you been? How bees you? How are you going? And hello. I hope things are good. My week has been sweaty. I have been very enjoying ice cream and salad for the last few days. And fresh berries. Because I could not countenance cooked food. Oh my god. No. Absolutely not. It also means that I have been really unable to do a lot of work in the evenings because my laptop pumps out a reasonable amount of heat, and I just couldn't have it, like, near me because it was too uncomfortably warm to have my laptop near me for the last couple of days. So it's kind of hampered my ability to do writing apart from just, like, tapping things out with my thumbs into the Notes app of my phone, which takes a lot longer than just typing on my keyboard. And to that end, not very efficient for writing, like, several hundred words of finely crafted prose, you know what I mean? Just not optimal for sure. Listen, I love the terribleness, says Lux. Thank you. It's less hot but still gross, so less bad. I'm glad to hear that it's less bad, but I'm sorry it's still gross. I hope that you have the means to hydrate and stay out of the sun. Very much I do. Pizza night, says Sledge. Yes, finally we can have pizza. Because normally we have pizza on Wednesdays because it's a quick and easy thing to have. Because we do our, like, big midweek grocery shop on Wednesdays. So it's nice to have something fairly quick and easy to prepare for dinner. But I was like, hell no. I am not putting the oven on to make pizza when it's 29 degrees in the house, right? So, instead we had Greek salad last night, and that was really, really nice. But also significantly less warm, but also means that we have pizza for today, which I'm very excited about. It's just a pretty bog standard vegetable pizza with, like, courgettes and onions and peppers. But, it's delicious. To me, anyways. To me, it is delicious. And hopefully also to my spouse, because he will also be eating it. And then I will be following that up with a vegan Magnum ice cream. Okay. Alright. We have done the night sky. I think that color looks really heckin' pretty. I hope you do too. There is so much ink in this brush now that I no longer need. So I'm going to try and clean this down a bit. Thusly. And then we will set this to one side very far away to safely dry while I do a terrible drawing time. Alright, so I started a new canvas for the Moomin Goblin, and I think we need to continue with the new canvas for this very long, terrible drawing time request. Anyways, Jay says, I wonder if the water conditioner I use for my frog also affects the part that makes the frogs gay. I don't know. But I hope your frog's having a nice Pride Month. Turnip has put some emotes in chat and says, those emotes mean yay, you did this guy wonderfully, apparently. Aw, thank you. Thank you for the anana and for the deliciously dunked biscuit. Okay. Right, artistic proof of the water making the frogs gay. Also, Anne Marie is there for some reason. And a sketchy looking turtle. Okay, well I can certainly make the turtle sketchy in as much as it's going to be a sketch. Now my phone fell on the floor, so just give me a moment. Oh heck. Okay, alright, okay. Okay, hello. I'm back. Hoi hoi hoi. Ow. 5 minutes on the clock. Starting now. Okay. So, I'm going to draw a little froggy pond. Thus, I suppose. A little froggy pond. Maybe there's some little rocks on the side. Maybe there's a little, like, lily pad on the pond as well. And there's some pond grass here and there. Looking real pretty. Okay. And most importantly, these couple of froggos who are in love with each other. Hanging out in the pond, I guess. So I'm just gonna have them. Now I don't often draw frogs that aren't frog mages, or forg mages rather. Well, Terry's not really. Terry's not really a frog, is he? He's a forg. There's a difference. I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna get rid of this lily pad, and I'm actually gonna have these two like floating on a lily pad. I think that'll be really cute. So I think that's what I'd like to do. This pencil is getting dull. Oh no. You know, I'm also gonna sharpen my pencil real quick, because I think it'll make for a better tiny drawing of the gay forgs doing a smooch. Okay. Well. Oh no. I just want to note that the little froggy snoots, they're happy. Little froggy legs. And I think they're holding little froggy hands. That's how much they love each other. They're even holding little hands. And they are resting on a nice big, very heart-shaped lily pad in the pond. There we go. Oh, isn't it precious? And I don't know about that, but it's definitely something. There's also a turtle. I think the turtle's gonna be over here. This lead is broken, by the way. I am just drawing with a broken lead. So I'm just going for it. The turtle's just floating. And looks very sketchy indeed, because I'm drawing with, as I said, the lead is like wiggling. To which end do I remember what... Oh my god, what the hell does Anne Murray look like? I've got a minute and a half to draw Anne Murray. Do I remember what Anne Murray looks like? Kind of. I kind of remember what Anne Murray looks like, but it's rough. This may not be a very good approximation of Anne Murray, but for anyone who doesn't know, Anne Murray is a Canadian singer. Vague white woman from out east. That's a very good description of Anne Murray. So let me just... Oh man, this is so hard to draw with. Oh no. Yay! This is definitely a good approximation of Anne Murray. She seems like she's probably nice. And when I was listening to Anne Murray, it was the 80s, so she had sort of the 80s short lady hair, because it was the 80s. And that was what was in. So she looks a little bit like an anime character here, but I promise she's just a wholesome Canadian singer-songwriter. And here she is with... Ah, damn it! See, this is why you don't give me too many things to draw! For your terrible drawing, because now Anne Murray doesn't have a body. Okay, it's gonna bother me if I did very, very quickly. Which side do you hold guitars? I don't remember. Okay, so her guitar is going this way, and... No, never mind. You know what? The pencil is dead. The pencil just broke. So, that's all you're getting. Ta-da! I hope you're happy. Anyways, Chris says the Froggos look so cute together. Thank you. But yeah, that's Anne Murray. These frogs are gay. I hope you're happy. I tried. I really tried. You put too much faith in my abilities, my friend. That was your first mistake. Indigo says, I just wanted to redeem one. The redeem will refresh in a few minutes. I think there is a cooldown, but I will try and sharpen this and get some more pencil out of it. This, for some reason, the lead in this pencil has just been very, like, break-aparty. Like, as soon as I sharpen it down, I'm like, yay! And then half the time, the lead just immediately breaks. I do not know why. Okay. That's not a very sharp lead. I can see the lead again, but it is very not sharp, so... I think this is... Oh, it's stuck! It's stuck! I don't know what's wrong with my hands today. They just can't do anything. I can't open bottles. I can't sharpen my pencil. Okay. Okay, we have this is my pencil now. Hello. This is fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's okay. This is a totally acceptable pencil size and amount and all that jazz. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. All right. Something is not actually lead anymore. I know it's graphite, but still. Lovely work, says Lux. I'm sorry. Anyways. Okay. It is little brush time, because I need a little bit of Flammenrot for the Chimkin's little accessories. I'm just looking up what a chicken looks like again, so I'm able to do this correctly. The first thing that came up when I looked up chicken was, oh, did you mean chicken pox? I'm like, no, I mean the lovely bird. I mean the bird, you ding dong. Why would I want to look up chicken pox when I can look up a beautiful chicken? Of course, oh, you know, okay, I look up chicken in Google image search, and I'm just getting like, oh, here's a recipe for grilled chicken breast. No! Chicken, hen. Just show me a picture of a hen. Okay, that's more like it. These are pictures of chickens. Sorry about that, everyone. Alright, maybe I should actually color in the, like, beak portion first. So, it's kind of an off-white color. I will take a tiny, like, literally the tiniest touch of brilliant yellow. I realize that, like, the chicken's plumage has been shaded in an entire, like, fluorescent rainbow, so going a somewhat more naturalistic approach with, like, its little, not feather, but its weird red accessory section, feels a little bit... Oh no, this paint water is so blue, I can't use it. This is in itself just paint now. I'll be back in a second. Oh no. The good news is this should be the last lot of paint water I need. I really like the way that the rainbow is standing out against the sky. I'm very happy with that. So, okay. The paint water is clean now. I should be able to really dilute this out. And let's see. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, cool. If you couldn't really see it at all, good. I don't know, I've got a couple of little stray whiskers sticking out of this brush. I don't love that. Oh no. Okay. Let's just color that in. Perfection. Alright, wizard. Next, I want to color in the little... I don't remember what the little red bits are called, but you know, the red bits. I'm gonna color in the red bits. Whatever they're called. The red bits. Anyways. Okay. And am I nervous about this? Because I've got two little sticking out whiskers from my, from this brush, which is deeply annoying, but I should be able to fix it. But it's still deeply annoying. Okay. There we go, that's one. I can hear the sound of someone, like, listening to some broadcast of a human voice. It is very distracting. Kirsty!
Attention!
Twitch user Sammy Kelsch.
Choppers.
Oh my gosh, the notification came up in chat slightly ahead of the notification popping up on stream. That was super weird. Hi everybody, welcome on in. Kirsty, thank you so much for the raid. Hello. Hi everyone. Hello Roll. Hello Casa. Hello Kirsty. Hello Spudgers. Welcome in, friends. How are you doing? Kirsty, how was your stream? It's lovely to see you. Welcome on in. Hello again, Susie. Hello Zebby. Hi. How y'all doing? Let me get a shout out for Kirsty in the chat. If you're not familiar with Kirsty, correct this. Kirsty's great. What were you up to today? I would love to hear all about it. If you're not familiar with Kirsty, there you go. Hello, Molly. Welcome on in. How are you doing? How is everyone's Thursdays? I hope you are having wonderful days. We are painting a queer chicken, as you can see. I was fun, says Kirsty. Oh, fantastic. Glad to hear it. Very, very, very nice. What'd you get up to? I was hoping to pop along to Kirsty's stream for a bit earlier, but I was unfortunately super busy and then had to update my computer and was unable to do so. So I'm glad to hear that you had a good time. I was doing art or something. I don't know. You know me. It's all blah, blah, blah. Oh, is it now? Is it all blah, blah? Okay. It's all very good art, I think, is what Kirsty means to say. Anywho, I should probably introduce myself for anyone who's new here. Hello! My name's Twitch user Sammy Kelch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams on Mondays and Thursdays. I do cozy game streams on Fridays and occasionally on Sundays as well. I'm currently painting. I decided I wanted to use my fluorescent ink set, so I'm doing this this very Pride Month chicken and having a lovely time. The chicken's having a lovely time. Look at that little face. We are getting close to being done it, which is exciting too. I feel like it's coming together. Anyways, Kirsty says, I was making decisions on what gear to use for urban sketching and then doing some doodling while chatting. Oh, very nice. Urban sketching sounds like so much fun. That sounds like such a wonderful time. And I love that for you. Hell yeah. It sounds amazing. And having seen the kind of sketchies, what Kirsty does, I am sure they will be absolutely delightful. I shall indulge myself for just a moment if that's okay. This is what some of my artwork looks like when it's done, in case you were curious. Namely, this is another bird. This is a chickadee I painted last week who is trying their best. Feels relatable. It's Pride Month, so I made the flowers a bi Pride gradient because I can. Anyways, that's chickadee. And just in case you don't know Kirsty's art, this is Kirsty, and did a wonderful. Also hosted Hollow Knight Art Month last month, which was super fun. And I had an amazing time and did some amazing artwork for it as well. For instance, this is so they're bowing. That is so stinking cute. I love it so much, and I love how Kirsty has captured Sly's absolutely adorable face here. This is so heckin' cute. So yeah, if you're not familiar with Kirsty, it's a fun stream. It's a good time. Kirsty does amazing artworks, both traditional and digital, because Kirsty's a wizard. And yeah, beautiful work, which is just has been such a delight to see all the stuff you did. Did Hollow Knight Art Month, immediately forgot about Instagram, says Kirsty. Oh, that is a mood. That is an absolute mood. But yes, if you're not following Kirsty, go do it. Let me get you another shout out in the chat. There we go. There's Kirsty. Please go give him a follow. Go do. Kirsty's great and very fun. And this is the chicken. I'm going to continue to paint. But yeah, what's everybody up to today? I hope you had nice times. I've had nice times today, by and large, because I've been painting chicken, which is, I consider to be a pretty fun activity. There we go, got the little weird chin thing. I don't know what they're called, but the chicken has a little weird chin thing now. I'm gonna give this a little rinsey do. And then I think I don't normally do black outlines for stuff, but I think just because the night sky is so dark, I don't necessarily want to add extra, even more color to it. It's a wattle, says Samantha. Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to make sure I capture the wattle. That's the most important part of the chicken. I'm going to take a sip of my beverage. I'm so hungry, Sammy, says Kirsty. Kirsty, you know you can go feed yourself if you want. If you need to nourish yourself, please go feed yourself. If there's any post-stream decompression, chillax, feed, hydrate, rest, all of the things that you should do when you finish a stream, you can go do that. You can totally go do that. I'm gonna go eat stuff. I'm so glad that you're going to eat stuff. Illy, right back at you. Love you bunches. Thank you so much again for the raid. I very much appreciate it. Thank you for entrusting me with your lovely people. It's lovely to see y'all. It's wonderful to be, and I think I'm just gonna go for just a plain black outline. Fun stuff. Yes, boss. This is Kirsty. Good. Oh goodness, I do not. I would crumble under the pressure of being a boss. That level of responsibility is no. Listen, I'm just a little creature. No one should ever listen to me. I'm gonna take a sip of my decaf now. You know what? It's not bad. It's pretty good. Some decafs are definitely better than others. in my experience. I find most decafs tend to be... I think I mentioned this earlier. I find decafs tend to be less interesting. And that's largely because of the whole... Most coffee roasters will produce a single decaf. So it needs to be somewhat of a people pleaser, as it were. Like an everyone will like this kind of blend, you know. Oh no. The one thing I find rather frustrating about little brushes is they also hold very little material. So trying to do a nice long continuous brush stroke is rather difficult because it's starting to dry up before you get there. Also, shout out to my neighbors for having the TV on so loud that I can hear it while I'm trying to stream. And, you know, hearing... Does anyone else have this where if you can hear the cadence and, like, frequencies of a human voice, but it's muffled by, like, distance or having to pass through walls, that, I find it really difficult to ignore or sort of pass it off as white noise to my brain. My brain is just like, no, I'm zeroing in on this because it's a human voice, therefore it could conceivably be something important. Even though, like, you know, my person brain knows, no. I know this is just somebody's watching TV in another room. Or somebody is, like, on a video call in the office next to mine. My lizard brain is like, is just massively paying attention to that more now, and it's like, no, stop it. Stop it. Stop paying attention to that. We don't need to know about it. Oh, it's so annoying. Okay. And I find that sometimes when it happens on stream, it genuinely disrupts my train of thought. How's that for a chicken's eye? Is this chicken? Is it giving chicken? I hope it's giving chicken. Speaking of, oh man, I saw somewhere there was like a outside of a shop somewhere around Christmas time. On the shop window, there was a decal with the words, "It's giving season," meaning, you know, it is the season to give gifts to each other, right? But because we have that phrase, "it's giving something" now, to describe, like, it reminds me of this, it gives an impression of that thing. I, instead of reading it as, "It's giving season," I read it as, "It's giving season." It looks exactly like the eye of a chicken, says Samantha. Hell yeah. Well, glad to hear it. Okay, can I... There we go. I think that's a sort of content-looking chicken expression. I hope. Going to carefully line the apparently wattle like so. And then I will also... Okay, let's start with the heed and hope for the best. Some of this line weight, honestly, is going to kind of blend in with the sky because it's so dark. But my hope and my aim is to just kind of make the line be a little bit cleaner than it would be if I left it, like, lineless, you know? So, doesn't need to be perfect. Hopefully won't change the shapes too much by accident. But, you know, anything's possible. There we go. Yay! It chicken. There is a weird little bit of a delay between what is being input into the camera and actually seeing it come out the other side on my monitor, which is bizarre because I do monitor to make sure that my stream is still showing pictures as it should, and every once in a while I look up and, oh no, things have gone horribly wrong. But yeah, there's a weird bit of a delay. That's very strange. It's like several seconds now. It shouldn't be It shouldn't be doing that if it's connected by USB, which makes me wonder. Okay, I'm gonna pop onto technical difficulties for just a second to see if I can resolve this actually. So apologies, but I'm just gonna make sure we're all plugged in and reopen this. Connected using Wi-Fi? No, I don't need to connect using Wi-Fi. Oh my god. Okay, I see what it's doing. No, no. No, I saw what it was doing, and it was doing something very bad. Oh no. It was trying to connect my computer to using my phone's data rather than... Why is it still connected using the Wi-Fi? No, don't do that. Use the USB. It is connected up. People keep hearing the little doodly-doo sounds. There we go. Now it's found the USB. Jeez Louise, that was an adventure. Sorry about that, everybody. We got there. Hi, we're back. Sorry about that. I just realized that the delay was probably caused by, for some reason, it was connected to the Wi-Fi rather than the USB cable that it's plugged into. And I fixed it. Anyways, Turnip, have a very lovely lurk. I'm so sorry for the AV troubles just there, everybody. But they have been sorted. And hopefully they will stick for the remainder of stream. But yeah. It is genuinely wild to me that the hot weather has hampered my ability to, like, get certain things done this week. Because my laptop produces enough warmth that I was like, I can't have this near me. Because it puts my temperature up by a couple degrees. And it's very uncomfy to that end. Which is... yeah, not great. Not a good feeling. Anyways. At least now that the weather's down, I can take all the things that I tapped into my notes app on my phone and transcribe them into an actual document, I guess. Which is a good. Okay. The chicken's funky little tail feathers here. Delightful. I don't know what happened. I turned a certain age and suddenly birds were interesting to me. Where, with a few exceptions, I didn't really take that much notice of birds for, like, most of my life. Like, if it was a somewhat rare bird that didn't come around my area that often and I saw it, I'd be like, oh, look, it's this bird. But apart from that, nah, not really. But, like, when I was traveling last month, oh, it was so exciting to see varieties of birds that I don't normally, like, oh, we saw a sanderling, that was exciting. I saw a ton of, like, red-winged blackbirds and other cool birds. I saw chickadees, which we do not get here. North American flavor robins, because obviously the European robin is a very different flavor of robin, despite the fact that they're both called robin. I think really one of them should be robin with an I, and one of them should be robin with a Y to keep things a little bit more clear, I suppose. Because in general, when talking about the robin bird, most people just say a robin. You don't necessarily specify a European robin or a North American robin, but they're a completely different bird. They are just a completely different bird. Have I drawn a European robin? I don't think I have. I should paint. I have painted a North American robin, specifically inspired by the Raffi song "Robin in the Rain," which is a classic. So I drew a robin in the rain, which is a lot of fun. But I don't think I've ever done a European robin. Okay. I think we're getting there. I think we're getting... Stupid bird. I love them so much. I do actually. I don't know why I don't draw chickens more often, because I really love their little faces. Okay, I'm gonna attempt very carefully to peel off these masking fluidy bits and see what needs to be done with these beautiful stars, all sparkly. And I just thought it'd be nice to. I felt like it would feel a little bit more complete if there were actually like stars in the night sky, as opposed to just like a field of starless deep blue. Might be a little bit weird. So I'll get a little bit of starry color onto that, because I don't think I just want to leave them as like blank white. I think I can do a little bit better than that. Or can I do better? I don't know. But I can attempt to do better. Oh, that one's a really horrible shape. I might have to go in and kind of very carefully fix the edges of some of these, just because the masking fluid had a moment. But also I have one brush that I use for masking fluid, and it is very scruffy now, because masking fluid, no matter how hard you try, don't use masking fluid with your good brushes, because it will wreck them. Like, it's impossible to get all of it out, and the bristles get all grumpy, and it's impossible to keep them looking perfect and nice. Once you've used masking fluid on a brush, that is your masking fluid brush. Like, that is a scruffy little so-and-so. It's hard to see against my palm, I think, because it's because the colors. So, a scruffy looking brush, no matter what you do. Always, always, always mask with a dedicated brush. Don't use your nice brushes. Don't use your expensive brushes. This wasn't that expensive. It was probably like, I don't know, 12 pounds or something, but don't use your nice brushes. Don't use your expensive brushes. Have a dedicated brush if you use masking fluid regularly. If you're masking off like larger areas and it doesn't need to be super precise, you can also get pointed Q-tips, basically. Also very, very useful. But okay. I don't know what to do with this. Alright, we have a terrible drawing time request for Indigo's favorite Pokemon, whose name is Breloom, or Breloom, I'm not sure. But from that name, my mind is going in a couple different directions. Breloom is a bipedal mushroom-like Pokemon with some kangaroo and dinosaur-like qualities. None of these are things that I was getting from the name, so that's interesting. I was picturing, like, the first thing that I thought was some kind of a broom. I was like, is it one of the sort of object Pokemon based on the, that style of yokai? Where an object is given life, and becomes a kind of ghost. But apparently no. Apparently it's a kangaroo dinosaur. Wow, okay. So for anyone who's new here, allow me to explain what the deal is with terrible drawing time. You see, for 5,000 channel points, I have 5 minutes or less to draw a character or concept of your choosing, from memory or sight unseen, on the terrible drawing canvas. This one doesn't have a lot of space left on it, so I've started a new canvas today. What can I highlight to you here? Oh, I quite liked it's Pride and Prejudice, but they're goblins, basically. So today we've had requested, this is Goblin Moomin. His name is Scruff, or their name. I don't actually know what their gender is, but their name is Scruff. And then also, these are some gay frogs having a smooch in a little froggy pond, and also Anne Murray, the Canadian singer-songwriter, is there for unknown reasons. Anyways, Samantha says, for 5,000 channel points, Sammy will lie to you and pretend their drawings are terrible. Hey! Don't set up the chat for disappointment, Samantha. You're far too kind, my friend. And I hope you're having a beautiful day. You sweet person. Hello? Pino, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Hello. Thank you. I hope you're having a lovely Thursday. I'm just finding my timer on my phone again. So I can set my 5 minutes for a terrible drawing of Breloom or Breloom. I don't know. I just don't know. But apparently it's bipedal. Okay, so I do have a set of parameters for this. It is bipedal. It is mushroom-esque, and also a kangaroo dinosaur. So I think we can do something with this, perchance. I can most certainly try. I'm gonna pop Breloom down here in the corner and see how we do. Okay, I've already wasted 20 seconds. So, it is a little mushroom guy who's also a kangaroo and a dinosaur. Alright. Okay, so first of all, we need like a mushroom cap situation. So we'll get that in there. Oh, that's a terrible shape. Hold up. I can do better. Sometimes you gotta delete your art. As I think mentioned earlier, sometimes you just gotta delete your art. Okay. Got like a mushroom cap, and then from out of there is a little face. But the face is a kangaroo dinosaur. So I think the face is actually going to kind of come out to like a snoot, like this. And it's kind of, it's connected to this mushroom cap, which has little mushy striations on it. And it's got little sparkles in its little eyes. And I'm trying to decide whether, I think I'm going to give it like a dinosaur, a more dino-y type snout. And you know what? This is the second thing that I'm drawing today that has a tiny little tooth. I thought that description might lead to something interesting, says Indigo. I hope so. I hope so. So, okay, it's gonna have a tail like so. It's gonna have little hands like so. Oh no, this is getting cursed. This is getting a little bit cursed. Oh no. Okay, but maybe we can claw it back. I don't know. Anyways, it's got little hands curled into little fists. It's got a pocket in case it decides it wants to carry a Joey or whatever you would call a baby Breloom, but it's also got like a soft tummy with the little soft tummy colors and shapes on it, and it's got a tail that is very decidedly scaly, and it's got its funky legs. Okay. Yes. Yes, this is exactly what a Breloom looks like. I just really want to establish that it's kind of dinosaur-y, so I'm gonna give it some like scaly ridges on its back, but also I want to pop some fun and funky little polka dots on its little mushroom cap for funsies. So I guess my question is, baby Breloom would be shroomish, though they only look mildly related. Oh, they're one of those Pokemons where it evolves, and it's like, how did this evolve from that? I love that. I think that's so fun. I can't believe I've never encountered this Pokemon. I have played one Pokemon game, but maybe it wasn't in it, or maybe I just haven't found it yet. Who knows? Maybe I should go back and replay that game. You know, actually, I think I put these little stripes, but actually I think I want to make them into these little sort of accent color segments here. I don't know what else I can add to this, really. I guess I can shade in the mushroom cap as well, which is a weird shape and a little bit creepy, but you know, hey, I feel like I feel like based on that description, I feel pretty okay about this. I don't know. Is this okay? Question mark. You tell me, Indigo. Regardless, this is a dinosaur kangaroo mushroom Pokemon. It was introduced in Gen 3, but I don't think it was in Legends Arceus. That'll be why I haven't met it, because that's the only Pokemon game I've played all the way through, or mostly through. Okay, so I'm gonna just open a browser tab with our creature. Breloom Pokemon. So I can get a nice, good picture so y'all can see how badly I shit at this. Actually, okay, I know this is cheating, but I'm just gonna... I just want you to know that this Breloom has toe beans, okay? It has little kangaroo-y toe beans, damn it. That's important to me. Why is this picture... Are any of these pictures large enough that they'll display nicely on the stream? I don't know. They're all very tiny in my image search. I don't like that. Why are these pictures all so small? Anyways. This guy is cute. This guy is real cute. I'm gonna try and open this and then... Oh, y'all, okay. This little guy is very, very cute. I think you will love. I hope you will love. I love them very much. Here's, I think, a good representative picture. Okay, just for the sake of comparison again. Legends Arceus had a fairly limited Pokédex, considering the nearly 1,000 Pokemons that existed at the time. There are a lot of Pokemons. Like, damn, there's a lot of Pokemons. Okay, so, this, if I can get it adequately on / under the... This is my attempt at drawing a Breloom, and it actually looks like that. So, I did get the mushroom cap right, but it definitely has some other sort of interesting semi-fungal features that I'm not sure I got right, but also I love the design of its face. That's really cute. This is such a cute Pokemon. Oh my goodness gracious. I also found what it looks like in Pokemon Go, which is this, which also I'm sorry, there's just enough, like, that is a single brain-celled creature. That expression is just so no thoughts head empty, and I love them so much. Their arms are stretchy, says Indigo. Oh my god, this is absolutely friend-shaped, and I love them with my entire heart. What type is this Pokemon, by the way? Because I feel like the greenness makes me want to say it's like a grass plant type, but it's a grass fighting. Okay, yeah, hey, and fighting makes so much sense if it's like, kangaroo inspired as well, because kangaroos want to fight you and they scare me. So that's really, really cool. I'm not sure what type this guy would be. I think possibly this version might be a poison fighting type, if that's something that exists, because this mushroom is definitely poisonous. And it definitely wants to fight you. But, like, even though it wants to fight you and it's poisonous, you still just, like, I don't know, I love this guy. I think it's kind of cute. It's janky and derpy, and I hope you're happy. That was really fun. Thank you for that request. It was a good time. Okay, I'm gonna finish painting this now. If I can. First of all, I'm going to see if I can just... No! Art camera! No! Art camera's given out on me! Aw, beans. Let me see if I can claw it back. Are we back? Okay, we're back, but we're in... portrait. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. We're back. I'm so sorry. Okay. I am gonna take a little bit of what's left of this huge amount of night sky that I made earlier to paint in the night sky, and I'm just gonna kind of go around the edges of the scruffier looking stars. I might actually just use this to apply a little bit of line weight to all of the stars, just so they all look the same. And just to kind of neaten up those edges a little bit. Because, I'd quite like the stars to look sparkly and shiny and make the sky feel like it's nighttime somewhere beautiful. And not too derpy. Maybe just a little bit derpy because it's me. I'm gonna go upside down for a second because for some reason sometimes I just find it's easier to paint certain things when the canvas is upside down. There we go. And if these are still a little bit uneven and not perfect shapes, that is fine. Because ultimately, real stars don't look like this anyways, y'all. These are extremely stylized, believe it or not. If you've ever looked up at the night sky and thought, wow, that Sammy's paintings of stars are inaccurate, you're right. They are. And that's okay. I'm cool with that. Okay. I think this is working alright. I think this is working. Okay. Last ones. But yeah, I think if such a thing exists, then my version of that Pokemon was a poison / fighting type. I should play another Pokemon game. I had fun with Arceus. It was a good time. Though, I'm not sure, I might not stream the game if I play another Pokemon game, because, oh, biddleboy, did people in the chat get mad at me when I streamed Pokemon Legends Arceus, because my starter Pokemon was Oshawott, and he was my little ride or die. He was with me all through the whole game. He was my absolute best friend. I named him Oshawa because Oshawa is the name. It sounds like Oshawott, and it's also the name of the town I was born in. I have a little plush Oshawott that sits above, like, the head of my bed. And I love him so much. Like a normal amount, you know. But people got real mad in my chat because I loved Oshawott so much that I would not evolve him, because I didn't think that the next evolution along was as cute. So I'm like, no, Oshawott gets to be Oshawott forever. He's perfect just the way he is. He was like level gazillion, extremely OP. Very, very good boy. I was like, I don't need to mess with this. This is what Oshawott looks like. Kino says, wait, you're from Oshawa? I'm from nearby. No way! Oh, that's rad! I will not ask you to dox yourself, but that's really, really cool. I didn't actually grow up there for most of my life. But I do have family in and near Oshawa as well still, so that's really cool. Anyways, for anyone who doesn't know, that is in Southern Ontario. Anyways, sometimes it doesn't be like that. Sometimes, yep, it just does. Yeah, sometimes you just drop something on the floor and realize you have no idea where it's gone, and it's absolutely not material to the stream at all, and you should probably just look for it later, but it's gonna bother you if you don't find it now, because you'll forget later that you dropped it. But no, it has fully just disappeared into the weeds of the mess of cables under the... Oh, no. No, it was just next to the desk. Okay. It's just one of the little plastic tubey things that go on... I'm like showing it under the camera, not realizing that it was still on Oshawott cam. One of the little plastic tubey things that you put on the end of your paintbrush when you're not using it to keep the bristles from getting like smushed and ruined. A very useful little piece of kit. Kino says, I don't mind doxing myself. I'm from Markham. Okay, that's vague enough that I'll allow it. I lived in Toronto till I was like 9, and I've been in Markham since, says Kino. Oh my goodness! My I had an auntie and uncle who lived in Markham for years. I have very fond memories of going to Markham and visiting my family. That's so cool. That's so cool. Please give my regards to Markham. Anyways, Indigo says, I love Florigaro, but Meow Scarada is a downgrade. Thought it was a stick of hot glue. This would be a tiny amount of glue. I guess this could be a hot glue stick, yeah. But no, sorry, if I turn it this way, you can see that they are totally tubular. Because you can see through them. They're like little straws. I'm so sorry. I don't know where I don't know what happened there. Gino says, I'll drive over to the welcome to Markham sign and pass your regards along to the city. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you kindly. It's gonna be a long time before I'll be anywhere near Markham again soon, because as you can tell, I live in the UK. It's a bit of a distance. Alright. Once again, I'm not gonna, I think I just want to apply a tiny amount, again, of this brilliant yellow, so the stars aren't just, pure white. I want them to have a little bit of a golden glow to them, but just subtle. Kino says, oh wow, I had no idea you were in the UK. Hell yeah! I mean, I guess you can't really tell by my accent, so that's fair. But yeah, I've been living in the UK for about 10 years now. But I am originally from the Southern Ontario area. My family are from Guelph. And I've got family members all over sort of either side of Toronto, as it were. So the sort of, my folks who lived in Markham, they moved, significantly further west a few years ago. But, yeah, I've got family in, Oshawa, and that kind of area, Whitby, etc., as well as Hamilton. They're all over, to be honest, they're kind of all over the place. Hamilton, Cambridge, Peterborough. Oh, what is it? Oh, what's it? Pickering! Also Pickering! So, yeah. Anyways. And also Hungary. And Ottawa. And Quebec. I've got family all over the place. So many people to visit. They're all so far away from each other. Anyways. But it also means that I don't have to subject my partner to a massive family dinner where he has to meet everybody at once, which would be, I think, a little bit stressful for my fella. So I would rather not do that, ultimately. I've just seen the time. So I think I'm just gonna... Do I want to put a little line weight around the outside of the rainbow? Yes. Did I just answer my own question? Yes. But at least as a courtesy, I actually finished speaking the question aloud, which I don't always do. Sometimes when I'm with my moderator/spouse, I will start asking a question and then answer it halfway through because I realize that, I know the answer. So I'll just be like, did I? Yes. And he'll be like, what? And I'm like, oh, sorry. Did I, I don't know, put the baked goods into a Tupperware before I went to bed kind of thing. But since I remembered halfway through that I actually know the answer to the question, I will just answer it myself. I'll just be like, wait, do I know how to? Yes, I do. Which I don't know if that's got to be frustrating to experience, but there we are. Okay, I'm just plapping some line weight around the edges of the rainbow as well. I'm not going to do it between each individual color because I think that would be overkill and potentially detract from the essential prettiness of it. But I think just having a nice clean line, even if it kind of disappears into it in places, to really delineate between rainbow and sky. It'll just look a little bit cleaner. And I would like the piece to be relatively clean, I think. You know? Okay. Incidentally, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what art we're going to be working on next week. It could be, quite frankly, anything at this point. I have no plans, head empty. Tomorrow we'll play Hollow Knight in the morning. If you're new here, I do stream on Friday mornings. It'll be cozy. It's cozy game times. And right now we are at the tail end, I would say, of a playthrough of Hollow Knight, where I have, I decided I wanted to get myself the Neglect achievement, which I don't know if I should spoiler for anyone who, just in case there's anyone here who hasn't played Hollow Knight and might want to. It does spoiler a little bit of a, not a huge plot point, but certainly like a character-based plot point of the game. I've had a nice time with it. I was able to rescue a character who is a very dear NPC to me. Very, like, one of the things I love about Hollow Knight is the friends you make along the way. That sounds so cliche, but you know what? Screw it, it's true. I love the friends you make along the way. I think it's one of the things that makes me love the game so much. Like, the gameplay itself is fun. The platformy stuff, the boss fighty stuff, all that jazz. But also the characters are really cool. The character design is really cool. It's a fun time. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow morning on stream. If you would like to check it out, you can. I do also have a YouTube channel where you can see mostly like historical deep dives. It gets real silly. Like incredibly silly. But we have fun there. Very much we do. In fact, I will pop a link to it in the chat in case you are interested in subscribing. Mostly, a lot of it has to do with history and also baking. So if you like history and or baking, and or just me being a stupid dumbass, that's a thing you can investigate as well. But in the meantime, I'm gonna pop my name onto this because I think she's done. There! Yay! Happy Pride Month, everyone! I'm really happy with that. What an absolute friend. Is it silly? Yes. Deeply. But look deeply through the chicken's eye and fly. Sorry, that's gone way out of focus. Anyways, look. Yeah, there we go. Oh, now I've got Through the Dragon's Eye stuck in my head. This is like the second week in a row that I've given myself Through the Dragon's Eye stuck in my head on stream. And I don't think I did remember to post it on the Discord. I'll pop a link to the Discord as well, incidentally. In case anybody wants to join the Discord, you can. You can, show off any art that you're working on or that you've done, or baked goods, or let us know when you're streaming if you stream, or find out when I'm streaming if you want to watch me stream, or many and various other things. It's a silly place. We have a good time there. It's nice. And also sometimes I will post the things that I talk about on stream if I remember to do it. That being said, my memory is a sieve, so mild disclaimer. Anyways, such a great gay chicken friend, says Samantha. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you approve. I think on that note, now that it's been signed and did and all that jazz, I think I'm going to call it there for today because I really ought to, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to, like, photograph this to, like, show it online because the fluorescent colors will not scan properly. Like, the red and orange will just turn into, like, muted pastels with barely any color to them. It's really bizarre. Something about the way the scanner works just won't pick up fluorescent pigments. The camera barely captures how vibrant these colors are. It is wild. Silly says, one day evil Sammy will take over the stream and say, if you want to join the Discord, you can't! No, I would never. Also got ice cream. Hell yeah! I'm so happy for you that you have ice cream. That's rad as heck. Love that for you. Hell yeah. I indeed think I might get some ice cream later. That sounds like a great idea. And on that bombshell, I'm gonna see who we might do a little raidy situation on. I would love to say hi to someone who's doing an art stream if I can. When's the last time I raided that person? I think it's been yeah, it's been a few weeks. Okay. I don't wanna bombard the same person with raids over and over and over again. But it's been a little while since we raided Perrin, so I'm gonna go see Perrin. 'Cause she's cool. And is hopefully not just about to... Let me just qualify that with... I'm just going to make sure that they're not just about to end, because last time on Monday, I was like, okay, let's go raid this person, and literally they had the, like, stream is ending screen up, and I was like, oh, no. Okay, no. Oh, sweet. Okay, there is some very cool art happening over here, so I'm going to send us in a parent's direction. I'm going to thank y'all for hanging out with me today. I'm going to thank Kirsty for the raid. I'm going to thank the rest of y'all for being really cool people to hang out with as well. Have some, you know what, have some Pride Krakens, because it's Pride Month, damn it. So feel free to grab the raid call with the emotes if you have the emotes. If you don't have the emotes, you can just say generic raid message, and feel free to append any cool emotes that you have and want to show off. I will be back tomorrow doing some cozy gaming, playing some Hollow Knight. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I've had a lovely time working on this stupid piece. I love it so much. I had a really nice time painting it. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your Thursday. Yeah, take care of yourselves, hydrate, have a good one. You're all breathtaking. And thank you so much for watching. And goodbye. And good night.